So I was outside walking my goldfish today, and I thought to myself, you know what I've never seen? A team go 17-0 in Madden. Is it even possible? Would the Madden gods even allow it? Can you even do it without creating players or creating a whole 99 overall roster? Well, that's what I tried to figure out today. I turned the bottoms of my pockets into holes and filled them up with money and dished it out to any player on my team or any player in free agency that I wanted to. And let me tell you, the results were pretty frustrating, but you know what? We try our best here on the Ben Nate Gaming channel. Please consider liking and subscribing if you do enjoy the video today. And as a side note, I am dealing with a little bit of a cold, so if that's why I sound a little rough around the edges. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alrighty, so here we are in week 1 of the regular season, and you know, God knows this isn't the interesting part of the video. The interesting part of the video is seeing how much money I can spend in free agency. So that's just what we're going to do, is skip right past everything and go straight to the off-season. Alright, so here we are in the last week of the off-season. Oh, sorry, first week of the off-season. I don't know why it says my available salary cap is only $82.5 million when I know for a fact that there's no limit on the amount of money that is dug deep into my pockets right now. Honestly, I think this is a goal we're going to be able to accomplish pretty quickly here. Players ready to negotiate. Why? I got negative 55 million. Yeah, Jamar picking up that 5th-year opt-in for you. T. Higgins. Yeah, cap remaining NA. Let's do 7 million. Sorry, 7 years, 11 million, 9 million bonus. Okay, that's not anybody I really care about. Bringing back onto this roster. So let's just skip straight ahead to stage 1 of the free agency and see who is available for me to pick up. Wow, 4 wide receivers to the top. That's okay. The only problem is you never get anybody young really coming through free agency. So all these players that are out here are all old guys who have already passed their contracts. I mean, whatever, I can throw him the fattest contract ever and he'll come sign with us. I mean, they'll know that Brad Robbins was not the guy he was chalked up to be. The 26-year-old Michael Pittman, it's not even that I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a good player for the team. I can always trade these dudes away. If I sign everybody in, let's see what my targeting is. Let's eval the offers here. My signings. Literally everybody. Okay. Nobody else that I'm really too worried about signing here. We have about 6 wide receivers. Alrighty. Wow, already is my favorite thing to say. Okay, no backup quarterbacks. That's cool. Chase Brown's wide receiver, Jamar, Amari, T, Mike, Keenan, Michael Pittman, and then Tyler Boyd, who I just re-signed, is now 7th on the depth chart, not even available to play. I think I'm going to do myself a favor here, though. Let's go to wide receivers. 6'1". Yeah, big, slow receiver, Mike Williams here. Literally has Irv Smith's number, so he can just bump straight out to tight end for us, and that'll fill a position. I didn't realize he was left-handed. Whatever. Yeah, look at that. 87 overall tight end over Adam Mintus? I don't know how to say his name. But I also think that means I can do a trade here and see what value I can get for Keenan Allen. Is there anybody who really wants him? Frankie Louvu, I mean, anybody who's young-ish with good development? BJ Ojulari. Okay, so we can't not take Asante Samuel Jr., right? I think I'm going to trade away Amari Cooper here. Mostly just because he's old, and I'm sure I can get some young talent for him. I mean, I could bring in BJ Ojulari and then another second. Or Ladarius Sneed. Or Cameron Curl. That's actually a position I need, too. Ooh, or Landon Dickerson. I don't know, there's a lot of good Why is this even a reasonable trade? Or J.C. Horn. Or Michael Mayers. There's too many good options. Or Joey Porter Jr. Not bringing in D-Hop, though. I think I gotta take... At 24 years old and an 85 overall, that is a steal and a half. Round 1, pick 24. Okay, I have done no scouting prior here, so hopefully I can just get lucky. And AABB, James Bruce, think you can be a stud. Hidden dev. I think, yeah, gonna go with DJ Hardiman here. He can sit behind Mike Williams. Normal dev. I mean, 82 speed. I didn't expect them to be phenomenal, but better than... Okay, gonna skip ahead to the end of the draft, and we'll see what the roster looks like coming out week 1. Quick adjustment of the lineup. Let's see what the CPU thinks my best generated options are here. Kevin Zeiler, and we got Bruce, and then I totally forgot Lyle Collins is technically still on this roster. Jamar with 3, Joe Burrow with 2. Defensively here, wow, 5 upgrade points for Jordan Battle. Okay, damn, he must have had a phenomenal year. Okay, I think this roster has a almost guaranteed shot to make the playoffs at an 89 overall. Miles Murphy with 5 upgrade points too, and DJ Turner with 4. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. If I adjust the lineup, where are they playing, I wonder? Defensively here, Miles Murphy is pushing his way up the depth chart. 77 overall. Jordan Battle at a 77 as well. Dax Hill at a 78. Got an incredible cornerbacking group here. Specialists, I mean. Mike Hilton. Yeah, I put Cam Taylor-Britt up there. Slot wide receivers, Michael Pittman. Joe D, obviously. Joe Mixon, obviously going to be the starting running back there. Okay. I think this roster looks pretty good. I'm going to sim ahead to mid-season, and I will see you guys there. Alrighty, going into week 8, we are 7-0 coming out. Do I think we are going to run the table this year? No. Next year? Maybe. We'll see. Upgrades. Everybody's looking, developing nicely, I think. 7-0. Number 1 offense across the board. I figured that one. Stats and awards here. Let's see. Joe Burrow, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception, rushing. Joe Mixon, 11 rushing touchdowns, 584 yards. Michael Pittman's actually leading the roster, probably because he's in slot. Slot receivers do really good in simulation. Sacks, Lyle Collins. We've only allowed 3 sacks in 8 games. That's pretty impressive. Jermaine Pratt leading the team with 51 total tackles. Interceptions, Cheeto Bay. Sacks. DJ Reader's alright. And Sam Hubbard. I'm going to quickly go change the scheme just to see if I can get the... Whoops. Where am I going? Just to maximize our chances here. And I think it's the vertical... What is it? Vertical zone run and the Dallas offense. And then the Buffalo defense, I think, in a base 4-3. Yeah, base 4-3. Okay, well... 7-0. Can we run the table in 1 season? Gonna quickly sim to the playoffs here, and let's just hope and pray that we win. We finished we finished the season 13-4. I see a loss there against the Raiders, shockingly. Schedule, who do we lose out to these in the last part of the season? Team schedule, regular season, we Beat the Dolphins, Commanders, Broncos. Wow, there was not a single game we didn't put up 30 points. And our bye week hit, and we lose 3-9 to the Steelers. Beat the Bucks, beat the Cowboys, lost to the Chiefs. That sucks. Fuck the Chiefs. Excuse my language. Chargers we beat, Steelers we beat again, Ravens we beat, we lost to the Titans, and then we lost to the Raiders. So 13-4, it's not a bad season at all. Don't get me wrong, but definitely not what we're looking for. Joe Burrow, bro, very solid season. Not solid, incredible season. Almost 4,500 yards, 39 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing, Joe Mixon went over 1,000 with 15 touchdowns. Joe Burrow had a couple. Chris Evans had some too. Receiving, Jamar bounced back out in front of Pittman. We got 2 1,000-yard receivers, 13 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns. Blocking, how many sacks? Ooh, my gosh, La'el Collins was a revolving door off the right side. Defensively, though, Trey Hendrickson with 8 sacks, Sam Hubbard with 7, DJ Reader with 4, BJ Hill with 2, and the rookie James Bruce as well with 1. Total tackles this year, Logan Wilson led our whole team with 115, which is pretty good. Interceptions, Chidobe Awuzie with 4 interceptions, Sante Samuel with 2, JC Horn with 2, Dax with 1, Cam Taylor-Britt, and Jermaine Pratt. Kicking, 64 extra points made. Kicking stats aren't really important. MVP, Joe Burrow, obviously. Led the best team in the NFL. Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy, and I should have won that award. Let's be so for real. Fuck Mike McCarthy. AFC, Offensive Player of the Year, Joe Burrow. Defensive Player of the Year, did we have anybody up here? Nope. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I didn't figure we'd have anybody. Defensive Rookie of the Year, did James get up there? Yep, James Bruce, 10 on the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best QB, Joe. Best running back, Joe Mixon was 4th. Best receiver, Jamar Chase. Hey, Rasheed Rice was up there. Oh, and Michael Pittman was 3rd. Best O-line, Kevin Zeitler, who I was considering trading at the beginning of the season. Nice. Best D-line, probably not going to have anybody. I changed to that Buffalo playbook a little bit too late. TJ Watt was the best linebacker. Best DB, Christian Gonzalez won it. Cheeto Bay was 2nd. Best kicker, McPherson was 7. Now, let's jump forward to the Super Bowl and see if we make it. No. Where did we go? Where were we in the playoffs? We got first rounded by the Colts. Okay, awesome. It's another Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl. Jeez. All right, week 1 of free agency. Let's see who's out there. Joe Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, D-Hop are the top players. Wow, there's really not anybody good. Sometimes you get lucky and there's like 99 overall players, but I'm going to just go through and sign all of the top players here. Oh, lagged out. And we signed him anyway. Okay, cool. Nice. That should be some easy trades right there made. Is there anybody young out here who I think actually has time to develop and all that? Nope. So I am going to quickly readjust this roster, look where we've got an excess of players, and then ship some of them off for even better players here. So looking at the roster, Michael Pittman got superstar. Joe Burrow, 99 overall, obviously. We definitely need a center. Alex Kappa, I'm going to move you over to center here. I feel like this is definitely a team with the ability to go 17-0. It's just, will Madden let that happen? There we go. Look at that. That's so much nicer. Also, why? We have so many people backing up others that easily can flip out there to right tackle, but for some reason the game just doesn't want that. I want to put James out there. I think he Not, yeah, James Bruce. Why did I not think that was his name? I want to put James Bruce out there at right tackle, and maybe he could do a little bit better than Lyle Collins did last season. I don't remember if he walked or retired, but Kevin Zeitler definitely can trade you away. Defensively, though, maybe I move Miles Murphy into defensive tackle here. With the fact that I just let DJ Reader walk, even though I definitely shouldn't have. Defensive tackle, what does it look like? Okay, well, of course it didn't. Yep. Sam Hubbard lost his development. Cheeto Bay went up a dev trait. That's nice. Looks like Mike Hilton either retired or walked. I'm almost 90% sure he retired. Tyrann Mathieu, I definitely can trade you away and get some decent value. Do I take Brian Branch? That's the real question here. I'm going to bring on Brian Branch here. Simply because I think Jordan Battle is good, but it's that normal development that it's pushing me away here. There's nobody out here. Maybe if I go quickly and upgrade all my team schemes here and upgrade my coach points, I might be able to get it. But this overall, I think, is a 90 overall roster. I think we can definitely go somewhere with this team. I don't think we're going to get it done in 2 seasons, but maybe 3 seasons? I mean, 95 offense, 90 defense, 90 overall roster. Come on. That is a Super Bowl caliber team, and I don't even know how we didn't win the Super Bowl last year. Just going to quickly upgrade all of the trade ones here to see if I can make my life slightly easier, but honestly, not even going to bother with either of these because I have unlimited money. There we go. Let's see if there's any better offers for Jordan Battle. If not, just going to keep him around, keep him as depth and all that. But I can always sign more random dudes during the offseason. I don't know why every time I open the adjust lineup, I always press generate best lineup, but whatever. Defensively, yeah, he just doesn't have the star dev. I like him as a player. I like him in real life, but doesn't have that star dev, and I have no new trades. Okay, so Jordan Battle, unless there's the Bills want you, the Broncos want you actually. Can I get your first round pick, Broncos? Question mark. Yeah, that was a long shot. Maybe I trade my second and Jordan Battle. Nope. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Honestly, just gonna simulate through the draft here, see what the CPU takes, because I've pretty much rounded out the roster. Okay, clearly they drafted a cornerback because now we're getting offers for Cam Taylor-Britt. Draft recap, let's see who we took here. First round, a halfback, wide receiver, tight end. Not incredible. Who is the best? Are you kidding me? There was an 85 overall left end, Thad Chambers. What would it take? Jared Goff, DeAndre Hopkins, a current first, a future first, a current second, and a future second for the 85 overall rookie. I feel like I might have overpaid a bit, but how could I possibly pass up on Thad Chambers? Look at those stats. And I'm going to check really quickly because it doesn't matter, but I'm almost 90% sure that this dude is a superstar X Factor. Yeah, easily a superstar X Factor. I am sure if he's coming off the right side in the Buffalo defense, he might have a chance to get 20 sacks this season. Don't quote me on that, but I'm going to sim ahead to midseason, and if he has more than 10, I will be happy. 7-0 going into week 8. Same as last year. Not entirely sure. I don't know why my brain just completely paused, but I'm going to quickly run over, check the stats, just see how we're doing mid-season. Wow, Jared Goff, who I traded away, apparently is having a phenomenal year. 17 touchdowns for Joe, 1 interception. Rushing, not nearly as many rushing touchdowns for Joe this early. He had 11, I think, at this point last year. No, he had like 5. Receiving, Jamar, almost 700 yards, 8 touchdowns. The dude that I was so high on trading earlier in the season, 0 catches. Blocking, Alex Kapp is a lot up to. James Bruce is a lot up to. Defensively, though, this is what I'm curious about. Thad Chambers is leading the team with 6 sacks, but 6 is not nearly as many as I wanted him to have. Oh well, I'm sure he's still going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, 85 overall. I want to see if he's got any upgrade points here too. I'm sure he does. Oh yeah, 2 upgrade points already. And he's got his X Factor. I know this video is about how fast can I rebuild a team to, 17-0 with unlimited money, but not every day that you see an 85 overall rookie. 14-3, that's not even the top seed in the... What did the Jaguars do this year? Oh my gosh. I need to look. Schedule, team schedule. Won the first 7, as we know, and then for some reason we always lose week 9. Both seasons we've lost. Lost back-to-back to the Ravens and the Jags. They probably tied us in record, I'm guessing. And actually, no, they went 15-2. How do they do better than us? I would like to say top to bottom, we're probably the better roster than... Thad Chambers only went up 1 more. Andrew Brennan, though. Couple development points for him. Quickly going to check the stats right at the end of the season here. Joe Burrow, 4,600 passing yards, 44 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Rushing, Joe Mixon, 12 touchdowns. Bounced it up quite a bit from mid-season. Receiving, Jamar, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns. Mike Williams with 978 and 8, but Michael Pittman 864 and 14 touchdowns. James Bruce, whoever we put at right tackle, it doesn't matter who it is, it's just rough. Leading the team in sacks, wow, Thad Chambers with exactly 10. I mean, that is not a bad season by any stretch of the imagination. Don't get me wrong, I just expected more. Asante Samuel Jr., 2 picks, Logan Wilson with 1, Cheeto with 1, Brian Branch with 1, Dax Hill with 1, and middle linebacker Damian Sharp with 1. Okay, I don't even know who that is. Tackles, Logan Wilson, 130. That's got to be leading the league or close. Offensively, we had the best offense in the NFL. Defensively, we were 30th. What? Joe, MVP 2 times in a row. Offensive player again. DPOY, nobody, I don't think. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Andrew Brennan did. Nope. Thad Chambers got beat out by Gilbert Caulfield. I am going to quickly change up the scheme here because clearly, yeah, our defensive pass yards per game are dead last. We'll see. I'm going to sim week by week since we didn't make a first round bye. And if we lose to the Browns in week 1, okay, if we lost to the Browns, somebody's injured though, might be a damper in our playoff run. Wow, Thad Chambers, the insane rookie, broken finger. That sucks. beat out the Browns? Can we beat out the Chiefs? No. Wow! We got flattened. We lost 38-0. Oh my goodness. See, that's what I don't understand. A 95 offense, a 91 overall roster can't... I think I'm just going to switch back to the Buffalo defense here. I've seen it do really well in simulation before, so that's why I'm not tempted to bail on it here in just a base 4-3. And the vertical zone run with the Dallas offense is already working, obviously, because Joe Burrow's won back-to-back MVP awards. Quickly, I'm just going to jump ahead to the offseason. Don't even care at this point who won the Super Bowl after such a dramatic loss to the Chiefs. I might have accidentally just skipped the signing free agent phase. So, Jamar, come on back to the squad, big man. Easily, I think we're going to have the best offer for you here. I was not paying attention and accidentally skipped straight over it, which didn't give me the option to re-sign Jamar. But I'm not super worried because I know I'm pretty much immediately going to get him back. Targeted. Let's eval my offers here. My signings. Jamar's back. Marcus Williams, Stonehouse, Dawson Knox, Tyler Algier. Yeah, nobody else in here that I'm super worried about bringing to the squad. I mean, that does mean, though, I can maybe trade away Dax Hill, get some value out of that. Upgrade players here. Joe, another upgrade for him. He just keeps getting better. I'm just shocked that he hasn't, like... I don't even know. I'm shocked he hasn't maxed out every single one of his stats already. Adjust lineup here. Just going to take a quick peek, see where we've got some holes. Center, once again, because for some reason I always have holes at center, and apparently Dawson Knox can start there for me. Center, I need to fill a spot there. I might just go trade for the best center in the league. I'm sure I've got pieces that they want. Did I lose Jermaine Pratt? Miles, I think DJ Reader might have retired too. Oh, jeez. I need center, a middle linebacker, and a D tackle. I'm just going to look for the best at every position and see if I've got pieces they want. Creed Humphrey, if I can bring him on the roster. Trade for... Oh, I don't remember offensive... Michael Pittman. That's a... Fuck it. Mike Williams for one of the best tight ends. And I mean, I just signed Dawson Knox too, so I'm not super worried about it. But that solves our center issue. However... Still do need a middle linebacker pretty badly. Middle linebacker, Fred Warner. Would it even be possible for me to trade for Fred Warner here? Is there an offer they'd be willing to give me? Nope. Can I trade for Roquan Smith? Question mark. No. Well, they want a free... They need a free safety really badly. Wow, it's way closer than I thought it was going to be. Draft picks. Wow, if only I wouldn't have traded away all my first-round draft picks. Wow, that was way easier than I thought it was. Okay. Manage roster, adjust lineup. I think that should put together our roster pretty well for the next couple of years. Yeah, I mean, incredible offense. Incredible defense, too. I mean, except for the D tackles, but other than that, incredible across the board. Maybe I go really quickly, see if there's anybody left in free agency that I missed. Because I think that DJ Reader just retired. Defensive tackles. Oh, wait, never mind. He didn't retire.
You want to come back to the squad, man? We kind of need you here. Okay, I gotta give you a better offer than that. My bad. I should have known. I don't need you for 4 years, but maybe I'll have you. Targeted. Let's do an eval. Cool. Alright, DJ Reader's back on the squad here. That should fix up our issues. I'm not going to even bother doing the draft. I'm just going to sim straight ahead to next season, and I will look at the roster when we get there. Here we are, week 1. I'm going to quickly run and adjust my lineup here. See what we're looking at top to bottom on the roster. I mean, let's be honest. If you looked at this roster, this is a Super Bowl caliber team. Easily. Signed back up. Drafted that guy. I don't know when. This is, I mean, for basically only drafting 3rd through 7th, I would say that is not a bad draft, even remotely. Okay, looks pretty good to me. 95 offense. Ooh, and only an 88 defense. That cannot be right. Whatever. I guess I'm going to make a trade for D tackle real quick, because the goddamn overall adjustment thing is jipping me currently. Make a trade for 98 overall, Chris Jones. I mean, he's old, should be easier to trade for. Sure, a bunch of draft picks, I can do that. Doesn't matter to me, I've got unlimited money. I can retain all these dudes that I've got for the next 20 years. That should, I feel like, bring the defense up a considerable margin there. Just because that, yeah, 92 overall, that was definitely our weakest link. Top to bottom, just, like, no gaps in the roster, really. Except for maybe some depth. If somebody gets hurt, we might be screwed. But it's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Don't think there's anything else I need to do. I'm going to jump ahead to mid-season, and I will see you guys there. 7-0. Whoa, there is a lot of things that I need to click here. Okay, 7-0. Going into week 8, we just beat the Panthers by a ton. Somebody's looking to trade for DJ Turner. Is there any? Wow, Zay Flowers. Okay, that's a big offer. I don't even think it's worth me making this trade. I don't have enough holes in the roster anywhere to really just be like, oh yeah, I can trade him away. But so far in the season, Joe Burrow, head and shoulders above everybody else. 25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing, Joe Mixon, 643, 8 touchdowns. Receiving, T. Higgins, 505 touchdowns. Oh my gosh, we've got a lot of people catching touchdowns. And then DJ Hardeman, who I wasn't even expecting. Blocking, James Bruce, 2nd season, not doing really well at right tackle. Defensively, though, Chris Jones with 9 sacks. Trey with 4.5, and then Thad Chambers with only, whoops, I didn't even do that. Thad Chambers with only 1.5, unfortunately. But, I mean, overall, good roster. I think Joe Burrow is by far in the lead for the most touchdown passes. Yeah, there's nobody even close to him. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is close, but he's 6 passing touchdowns behind him. Okay, I am just going to ignore all this, hit the upgrade button here. DeAndre Monroe, not somebody I was expecting to see some good upgrade points from. I guess he's been getting more time, I'm not sure, but let's see. I'm going to sim this one game. I'm just going to watch. I want to see if we lose week 8 and week 9 again, because for some reason, and we lost to the Chiefs by 1 point. I'm just going to sim to the playoffs. 15-2 is a wild card spot? What? Of course, the Chiefs, magically with a significantly worse roster than us, also went 15-2, and we lost to the. Makes me want to blow my head off. 15-2. We had the most points in the NFL, the second least points against us, and somehow we managed to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs here. Well, quickly gonna check the stats. Joe Burrow, another insane year. 56 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Rushing, Joe Mixon, 15 touchdowns. Receiving, 3 1,000 yards receivers in Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Michael Pittman. 15 touchdowns, 14 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns. I don't understand how we haven't hit that 17-0 mark. James Bruce, better than last year, still not incredible. Defensively, Roquan Smith led us in tackles. Sacks, Chris Jones had 13.5. Trey Hendrickson at 11. Thad Chambers with 6. Interceptions, Roquan with 2. Asante with 2. Marcus Williams with 2. Cheeto Bay with 2. And then J.C. Horn with 1. Please tell me we didn't have the worst defense once again. 3rd. Okay, you know what? That's a lot better than 30th last year. Now, let's see if there's any possible chance we make the Super Bowl here. If we get first rounded by a team that is significantly worse than us, I'm going to lose my mind. And guess who's in the Super Bowl? Once again, it's the Chiefs. We got first rounded again. Am I just like cursed to, no matter how good I build this roster, it's just gonna keep losing? Okay, there's all the players re-signed. Roster is being held together by millions and millions of dollars. So hopefully there's somebody out here that is gonna... Nope. Well, I mean, here's Joe Thunley. You know, that's a left guard to just fill the spot that I have there. Payne, Daron Payne, bring you to the squad. Kenny Moore, bring you to the squad too. I don't really think we need you on the squad, but... Matt Milano, sure. At this point, I'm just like signing whoever and hoping for the best, because ultimately the only thing that's standing in the way of me and a Super Bowl is Madden. Same as every other year, we get every single one of our prospects. Nobody else really I want to sign. Maybe it's because I don't have a fullback on the squad, and I think that you know, Patrick Ricard deserves the most money we've ever dished out here to anybody. A $60 million salary with a $60 million signing bonus. $420 million. Yeah, the offer is so high on his list that it's not even showing up. Okay, I mean, I don't understand how this roster, top to bottom, there's no gaps. Our biggest position need is right tackle, and our right tackle is a B-. Yeah, see, manage roster, adjust lineup. Our biggest D-tackle need, it says, is D-tackle, and we have Chris Jones. Yeah, look at this roster. Tell me that this is not a 17-0 roster right here, you know? I think that's going to round out the roster for the rest of the year. I'm going to just jump ahead to next season, and I will show you the roster week 1. Here we are, week 1. Insane roster top to bottom. We're playing the Chiefs week 1, and if we lose, I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to be physically possible for us to go 17-0 here, but looking at the roster, going to generate the best lineup week 1. I mean, how much better does this roster need to be to win a Super Bowl? To not even get first rounded? What? Am I missing some people here? I gotta make some trades, I think. They're gonna see if I can bring in Bijan Robinson. If I physically can, that might put us over the edge. Traded him for T. Higgins. Now let me see if I can immediately bring T. Higgins back to the roster. Okay, cool. Well, that is T. Higgins immediately back on the squad. I need another D tackle now. Jalen Carter, though? Can I bring him onto the squad? Super young. Yeah, they want Wyatt Teller, my right guard. Sure, I'm willing to give that up. I'm almost positive there's somebody else on the roster. Nope, I actually stand completely corrected. There is nobody else on the roster, so I am going to go do one more trade here. Wyatt Teller, kind of immediately bring you back just because you're so old. Wyatt Teller. James Bruce, dude's not even starting for us. Cool. Done deal. Now our roster is looking, I would like to say, unbeatable for the most part. As soon as I hit generate best lineup here are Bijan Robinson, defensively, brought in Jalen Carter. I really don't know how much better this roster could get, top to bottom, honestly. I just... Okay, I'm going to jump quickly, readjust the roster with my new signings, and then jump forward to mid-season and hope we don't take an L week 1 to the Chiefs, because for some reason, we can never seem to beat them. We went 6-1, and I am willing to bet my entire bank account that our only loss was to the Chiefs. It actually wasn't. We lost to the Cardinals in week 2. What the hell? I'm starting to believe that Madden just doesn't want me to go 17-0. Like, I'm building the best roster I physically can, and yet... Do I bring on Gilbert? Sure. Why not? And then maybe I get a wide receiver offer here for DJ Turner, because I saw that he was the other one that needed trades. The Ravens, once again, want to send me Zay Flowers. I might have to take Marquise Billings there, or... I mean, is this guy also 24? Yeah, they're the same age. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to quickly look at the stats here. Hope and pray that when I sim to the middle of the season, Joe Burrow's having a worse year than the worst year he's ever had. 13 touchdowns halfway through the season. Bijan with 10. Jamar, only 2 touchdowns, but almost 600 receiving yards. Literally one away. 504 for T, 5 touchdowns. He's now wearing number 80. That's weird. Blocking, Orlando Brown, and he's getting worse. James Bruce, though, doing better. Chris Jones, once again, leading the team in sacks. Thad Chambers right behind him. Trey Hendrickson behind that. Interceptions, Roquan, Logan, JC, Marcus Williams, and Gilbert Cofield, the dude that I just traded for, so he didn't give an interception on his roster. Alright, I'm going to... Oh, excuse me. I'm going to sim ahead to the playoffs and hope and pray that we have a first round bye. This is the worst we've done since season 1, and we got a first round bye. Please, oh please, when I press this sim button, do not let us get first rounded. I'm quickly going to check the stats first, see if we're going to win any awards. But Joe Burrow definitely not winning MVP this year. Nowhere near as good as he was last year. 13 touchdowns for Bijan, a couple thousand yards. Tyler Algier had 9. Receiving, Jamar not breaking 10 touchdowns, but another 1,000-yard receiving season for him. Blocking, sacks, James Bruce, yikes. 16 sacks allowed. Orlando Brown allowed 6, but other than that, really not much action up front. Our right guard, whoever our starting right guard is, didn't even let up a sack this year. Yeah, Wyatt Teller did not allow a single sack the entire season, and he played 1,025 downs. Roquan Smith leads us in tackles. Thad Chambers finally developing who I thought he was going to be. 16 and a half sacks for him. Interceptions, J.C. Horn with 4, Logan Wilson with 2, Roquan with 1, Marcus with 1, Gilbert Cofield with 1, and Cheeto with 1. Awards at the end of the year, MVP, Lamar. Burrow was up there. Coach of the year, me. Offensive player of the year, Robinson was up there. DPOY, Thad Chambers is up there. Offensive rookie of the year, I don't think we've got anybody. Defensive rookie of the year, no way. Best QB, Joe was 3rd. Best running back, Bijan was 3rd. Best wide receiver, Chase was 3rd. Best O-line, Wyatt Teller easily 1st. Creed Humphrey was 3rd. Best D-line, Thad Chambers was 1st. And Chris Jones was 5th. Best linebacker, didn't have anybody up there, unfortunately. Best DB, once again. Oh, no, J.C. Horn was 4th. Best kicker, Evan McPherson was 6th. Now, can we culminate all of this in not getting one and done? We are a 94 overall team. The fact that we went 13-4 is insane, and we won one, and then we lost in the AFC Championship to the Dolphins. At least, I would like to see quickly just my coaching stats real quick when it comes to playoffs. Coach stats, overall, gotta be the best, one of the best quarterback coaches of all time. Yeah, 2 playoffs wins, 5 winning seasons, 2 playoff wins, and 5 losses. That is horrible. I mean, overall, I would say 66 wins to only 19 losses is a pretty good first 5 seasons. But, jeez, dude. You'd think that a 94 overall team would be able to make the Super Bowl, but no, we somehow lost the Dolphins, which I just don't understand. And we lost some players, too, in retirement. I'm almost 90% sure. Yeah, we lost Cheeto. They lost Nick Chubb, though. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, and he retired pretty young, too. After 10 years, I would expect them to at least go over 12 or 13. Re-signed everybody here that I wanted to re-sign that was actually going to start on the roster. I think it's been 5 seasons of back-to-back, mediocrity. And I would have liked to win out one of these seasons, run the table one of these seasons, but I'm starting to think it's not possible. I'm going to run this one more season. Let's do a 6th season. Okay. Lineup here, top to bottom. I think gonna have to make some trades here. Offensively, we're fine. It's across the board. We've got plenty of players to fill all the positions. Defensively, I would like to say we're fine as well, but clearly the game thinks we aren't. I think I might have to go through and make a lot of trades here. The roster, top to bottom, I think has almost no holes. Defensively, 4 X factors on the line. Insane linebacking core. TJ Watt, Roquan Smith, Logan Wilson. I don't know what else I need to do to make this roster Super Bowl caliber, because I'd like to say that they already are Super Bowl caliber. I'm going to jump ahead to next season, and this is going to be the last season I'm going to try and run the table here. I'm going to make a couple of trades at the beginning, see what positions we need to upgrade if anybody else retires in the offseason, and then I'm going to run it one more time. Okay, here we are, week 1 of the regular season. This team is a 93 overall. I just don't know what else I can do for them to make it any better. We play the Chiefs very early this year. I'd like to say we're going to win, but clearly that's not been the case the past couple of years. The O-line, maybe I would say needs some work, but seriously, top to bottom, incredible roster, incredible defense too. It's just, how do we not go 17-0 here? Right tackle, let's do Jawan Taylor. I know he's a bit of a worse player. That is a trade I'm willing to make just for one final year here. Can we bring this team to the Super Bowl? I don't even think we haven't won a Super Bowl this whole time. And this roster is so good. Adjust lineup. Okay. This is by far the best roster we've ever had. I beefed the O-line as much as I could. 96 overall team. Defensively, there's no way. Okay. I'm going to jump ahead to mid-season, and I will talk to you guys there. 5-2. A 97 overall team. Who do we lose to? I need to know. We lost to the Jets and Chiefs in our first two games. Madden is so stupid. I'm not even going to bother checking the stats. I'm just going to the playoffs. I'm really beginning to think that it's just not possible for a team like this, like a real, I guess, kind of plausible team to make the playoffs at 17-0. Because I don't know what else I can do besides literally trade for the best player at every position. And we went 13-4 to close out the year, and we're in a wild card spot. We didn't even win the division. The Ravens went 14-3. And we somehow had the worst defensive passing yards per game. And Joe Burrow had a phenomenal year once again. Led the NFL in touchdowns. Rushing, Bijan had 20. Joe Burrow had 3. Receiving, Jaron Merriweather led our team with 6 more yards than Jamar Chase. He had 16 touchdowns. Jamar had 13. Blocking, Jawan Taylor. I don't know what it is about the right tackle and just letting up like 5 to 20 sacks a season. Defensively, Roquan Smith led us in tackles as he normally does. Chris Jones put up 20 sacks. TJ Watt put up 12, and Thad Chambers put up 9.5. And I'm very tempted to just jump into this game right now because I'm almost 90% sure we're going to get first rounded by the Bills. If we make it to the Super Bowl, I'm going to jump in. But if we get first rounded, if the 96 overall team gets first rounded by the 8-9 Bills, I think I actually will never be touching this game again. Okay, we won, but it was by 1 touchdown. Another game I think we should definitely win against the 11-5-1 Jaguars. We lost. We lost, and it wasn't even a close game. I need to do some, like, voodoo magic to even make it plausible for this team to get into the Super Bowl. I don't understand what I can even do better. We're at a 99 overall, 97 overall roster, loses to the Jaguars. How? Okay. I'm going to jump through one more season. I'm just going to speed through it incredibly quickly. I'm not going to stop during midseason. I'm not going to stop for the free agency and all that. I will see you guys at the next year's playoffs. And if we aren't 17-0 with this incredible roster, I don't know what I'm going to do. Week 1, our team is a lot worse than it was last year overall-wise. Not to say the team is bad, even remotely. But our team is overall wise worse. We had players retire. I didn't really try as hard in free agency because I'm getting very tired of Madden BSing me. So this is the roster going into the last season I'm going to sim through. Not as good as it was. And if we somehow do better than we did last year, I'm actually going to scream. I'm going to scream. How did we, on a worse roster than last year, manage to go 16-1? On a literal worse roster, we win 16-1. Joe Burrow, 53 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Rushing, Bijan, 6. Tyler Rodriguez had 7. Joe Burrow had 1. Receiving, Jamar, T. Higgins, and Merriweather, all over 1,000 yards, with Jamar and Higgins with over 10 touchdowns. Blocking. Wow, our right guard didn't allow 30 sacks this year. That's incredible. Defensively, TJ Watt with 12.5, Jeffrey Simmons with 11.5, Thad Chambers with 11, Chris Jones with 8, interceptions, JC Horn with 3, Brian Branch 3, Asante Samuel Jr. 2. A lot of 1 interceptions. Had the best overall offense again for probably the 8th year in a row. Defensive yards, it's not even telling me because this game breaks randomly. Joe Burrow won MVP. Coach of the year was me. MVP was Joe. Offensive player of the year, Joe. DPOY, Max Crosby. TJ Watt was up there. Offensive rookie of the year, we didn't have anybody. Defensive rookie of the year, neither. Best QB, Joe Burrow. Best running back, Bijan Robinson was 2nd. Best wide receiver, Jamar and T. Higgins were 1 and 2. And then Merriweather is down at 7. Best O-line, Pete Meredith was 2nd. D-line, Myles Garrett was up there. Thad Chambers was 5th. Best linebacker, TJ Watt, obviously, 2. Best DB, we literally had nobody. Best kicker, Evan McPherson, middle of the pack once again. Now, the real question is, do we make the Super Bowl? Do we get first rounded by the Browns? We won. Now is it possible for us to make the Super Bowl at 16-1? The best we've ever done, I think, with one of the worst rosters that we've had. Do we beat the Chiefs? No. No, we don't. Because why would we beat the Chiefs? Why would Madden let their golden boy Patrick Mahomes down in the AFC Championship? I'm going to go out on a limb and say a resounding no. You cannot. There's no possible way, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many players you add onto your roster that aren't like created 99 overalls, I am going to go out on a limb. There is no way to go 17-0 and win the Super Bowl. That is my scientific reasoning and my scientific deduction. Thank you, everybody, for watching and slogging along on this journey with me today. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful day. I love you so much.